investigative reporter for the San Antonio Express News, who's been following the story from day one. Thank you so much for taking the time. Even though no body has been found, Suzanne's family, they had a funeral for her in December 2024, right? They believe that she is dead.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot of doubt about that. And if you were to poll them, I think most of them, if not all, would say Brad did it. Even his brother is not really taking his side in that. And that's that's just part of what's going on here. But, you know, nobody seems to doubt that he played a significant role in this. And as you've mentioned, and as I've got in my notes, there's a lot of evidence here linking him to her disappearance, at least.
Let's talk about that, because the defense wanted the case tossed, saying no body, but there's apparently a lot of other evidence. Talk to us about what that evidence is.
So there's a 5-year-old girl. First off, there are witnesses, 2 people. And the 5-year-old girl, his daughter, sees him hitting her, throwing her against the wall, hurting her elbow. He turned off his Suzanne's phone. She saw all of that. There's a neighbor just across the street, and I've talked with him a couple of times, and that fellow says that he saw them arguing outside their house. They were arguing loudly. It was after 10 o'clock in the evening, and on top of all of that, he saw them struggle. He later heard screams from a wooded area near the house. Now, I've walked through that wooded area, and boy, is that place like a little forest. And once you get in there, nobody can see anything. So the neighbor didn't see much, but he heard it. And then when you get past that, there's surveillance video as well. And the surveillance video doesn't look good for him. He goes to his daughter's school, a Whataburger in Bernie, a Home Depot. He buys disinfectant, Clorox disinfectant there. He buys concrete, heavy-duty trash bags, and you can see all this stuff in the trunk bed of his vehicle, of his pickup. At the Home Depot, he asks a person there, how do you find the local dump here? And the guy gives him directions. So the video then shows him leaving the dump site. And there's more. On the Bandera property, where I've been on several occasions, they find a burnt laptop, 3 cell phones belonging to Brad Simpson in the burn pit. Suzanne's DNA, as you mentioned, is found on Brad Simpson's power saw. Now, there's a case like this that ended in a conviction. Ricardo Marquez. They found the body of Erica Gaitan. Well, I take this back. They never found the body, just like his case. And there were other elements of that particular story that are extremely similar to this one.
You can get a conviction without a body. I've seen it happen before. But just going back to this for a second. So I understand is police have searched the landfill. They didn't find anything. You visited properties, as you talked about. Are there theories about what he could have done with Suzanne's body?
Not from the police. They've never talked to us. It's unfortunate that we have not had an opportunity just to sit down and swap thoughts. But they've been very tight-lipped from the beginning, and it was not just the local police in Almost Park. It's the DPS and all the other guys. They were never much help. So if you got theories, it's your own amateur sleuthing, and I have a few myself, but I'll keep that to myself and simply try to ask some questions. Maybe one of these days people will sit down and tell us what they know. I think where we're going to find out is going to have to be in a courtroom.
Real quick, 30 seconds. Maybe one of those people who maybe speaks out is James Cotter. Can you talk to us real quick about his connection or alleged connection to this?
Oh, he's Brad Simpson's buddy, and there was a weapon that he was hiding for him. And my guess is that he's going to be used to turn evidence against Simpson. But I don't know what he knows. Yeah. Nobody's ever talked about what he knows. And if the families know anything, they haven't been talking to the media either. So we're all just in a state of waiting. And I think the waiting is going to come in trial. We'll see the evidence there.
And we'll see if we get more answers. Sig Christenson, thank you so much for taking the time. Appreciate it. And thank you for looking into the case.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.